Guys, so this is the skirt pattern, so I'm going to use this as a sample. Okay, so I have here with me my hip lengths. I have my skirt waist circumference. So for my waist circumference is 30, so you divide it by 4, so I have 7.5 here. Then this that I'm going to take, so you had 1 inch for that, then your 2 inches allowance for journey. Then afterwards I have my hip length. You can measure your hip length. Your hip length usually start from 7, 8, 9. So 9 is for people probably tall, for tall people, but for an average size probably 8. But if you're not sure, you can measure your customers or your clients hip length. Okay, so you measure from the waist to the hip to get it, but usually 8 for most people. It's usually 8 inches. So I have here with me my hip length 8 inches. Then I have here marked out already my hip circumference. So my hip circumference, my hip is 40, so my hip circumference will be 10. That would be 40 divided by 4, so that gives me 10 inches. So I have 10 here, but because I'm using this pattern as a sample, I don't have the exact full length here, so I'm just using this one. What I'm concentrating on is the basque part. I need to show you how to cut out your basque from your skirt. So you measure your desired length. This one is just a sample, so I think I have here with me 22 inches, but that is not the exact length of my skirt. My skirt length should be 38. So if I had 38 to the upper part is 16 for the back, then for the front is 22 before cutting out my basque. So I hope you understand that part. The next thing you do, you take your bust measurements. Okay, you know we took 4 inches for the upper part. Okay, so you repeat that 4 inches here. So I have my 4 inches for my bust. Then for your darts, for the front, you can make your front darts 4 inches, 4.5, but I think I measured 4 inches. Okay, yeah, I did 4 inches to take, but usually I don't think you actually need it that for a basque. Probably for a normal skirt pattern you need it, because you're going to be cutting almost this part off, so I don't think I really needed that, but I'm just explaining this for the sake of illustration. Okay, so this is your darts. Then after taking 4 inches, then for the back, if you use 4 for the length for the darts, then you can use 5 inches or 4.5 for the back. Don't use the same lengths for your front and for your back. No, you use different lengths. Okay, so usually the back is usually longer than the front for your darts. So I have 4.5 here. Then on the left and the right, you take ½ inch allowance. So I took ½ inch here, ½ inch here. Then you connect it. Then from your front part on this side, you come down by 1 inch or ½ inch. I'm going to be coming down by ½ inch. I'm going to tell you why. Okay, so afterwards, usually you're supposed to measure 2 inches for your hip. So you do that. Then from this part to this part, you connect. Let's assume that this is my 2 inches. Okay, I hope you understand that part. Then you connect this. So afterwards, the next thing you're going to do, your darts, you're going to fold in your darts. But for me, if I'm going to make this, I don't need to fix my darts. All I need to do is take my waist circumference. Okay, I'll take my waist circumference, then take my 2 inches hemming allowance. That is all I need. I don't need my darts because I'm going to be cutting almost all the darts off, so I don't think I need that. But for the back, you can fix your darts. Then you fold in your darts this way. Okay, then that ½ inch that I came down here, okay, so your skirt will not smudge. It will have some funny lines in the front part. Okay, so from this ½ inch, you just take it down this way. Okay, that is what you need to do. so your skirt can lay properly on you. That is why we're doing that. Okay, then for the back, add your usual allowances. Okay, take your zip allowance, okay, your zip allowance. Then we want to cut out the basque for the skirts. So you pick your pattern, you sellotape your center front and your side. Okay, that's how you're going to fix it. I usually use my sellotape. Make sure it aligns, make sure these parts they're on the same line. Okay, so I use my sellotape to hold that down. So after doing that, you fix it this way. Okay, you need to place it like this. Then after doing this, you take your ruler, but I'm going to remove this dart because honestly I'm not using a dart, so I'm going to focus on, so I'm going to take out my 1 inch that I kept for my dart. Okay, so this is my focus, so I've removed the 1 inch for the darts. Next thing I'll be doing is placing this on this, then cutting it out. I'm going to do this. So you follow this pattern, and usually I don't suggest you had your 1/2 inch or on your pattern. You can do that on your fabric, else I just feel you should just do this way. Okay, fix it this way, then cut out. So you can see what I mean. Most of the darts is out of the pattern already, so you can see what is left, and we can't take this one in. So most times I don't use the dart. Okay, so this is the cutting part of the dress. So once you start cutting, always remember to add 1/2 inch joining allowance to the side. So here you're only adding 1/2 inch to this side, add 1/2 inch all around. So I have it here already. I added 1/2 inch around. Then this is the center front. So it's always good to label, so when you're joining, you know what parts you're taking. So for this side, this is how you're going to join it. So you take 1/2 inch up or 1/4 of an inch, whichever one you prefer, but I prefer 1/2 inch. So you take 1/2 inch here, take 1/2 inch to this point, okay, for the center front. So this is the side first. So this side, you do it this way. So you take 1/2 inch on this side, then 1/2 inch on this side. Remember, for the center front, you took it on this side, okay? Because if you have to take 1/2 inch on every side, you have too much excess and it could confuse you. So it's better you just do it this way. Take 1/2 inch here, take 1/2 inch for the center front. Then for the side, you take 1/2 inch here, then 1/2 inch here, okay? And for the yoke part, you're cutting 2 pieces. So you're cutting 4 pieces for everything. Yes, before I forget, 4 pieces, okay? Please don't forget, you're taking 4 pieces. You're cutting 4 pieces for each. 2 will serve as the lining. The first part will serve as the fabric, then the other part will serve as the lining, or you could use normal lining for it, but I prefer to use both fabric for the dress and for the lining. So remember, you're cutting 4 pieces each for it, okay? 4 pieces for the center front, and make sure you label it this way so it won't confuse you. Okay, 4 pieces for this, then for the side 4 pieces, okay? Then for this part, for the center front, 2 pieces. One will serve as the lining, then the other will serve as the dress. Then for the yoke part, remember the upper part, you're cutting 2 pieces. One will serve as lining, then the other will serve as the dress. Then this is the skirt part, okay? Cut out the yoke. So I'll always advise that you cut in excess, you know. You can see I left some few inches down, because at times it could, what you cut out may not be enough. So it's better you have some excesses, then you can trim it off after sewing. So this is the front part of this, but for the down part you're cutting one piece for each. Then you notch the middle parts, then you notch for your fabric too. Okay, for the back you're cutting out one of each, and you're slitting it because of your zipper. Okay, always remember that. Then for the side seam too, for the side you're cutting 4 of this, then you're adding ½ inch on just the side, just this part again. You're not adding in this part, just this part. Okay, so yeah, this is for the back. You're cutting 4 pieces for this too, one for the left side, one for the right side, so that represents one. Then one for the right side, one for the left side for the lining. Then this is the upper parts. This will serve as our yoke after joining the corsets and everything, the busts. So this will be like the scallop. This is the scallop neck. So this is the basque. So this is where our basque reach. So this is 22 inches. Then this represents the upper parts. So this will be like the yoke. So we fix it at the upper part. So I'm going to show you guys how you're going to fix that. Okay, so this is all the fabric cut out already. So the first thing I have here is the frontal part. Okay, so this is the center front. We have the center front cut out. So I have the sides here already. So this is how you're going to join them. Watch out for the basque. Make sure it's this way when you're joining. Okay, follow it this way. So the first thing you do is join this, whichever one. You can join this part to this part, then afterwards you join this to this. You can use ½ inch joining allowance or 1/4 inch, whatever you use, and you add it to your fabric, you can use to join it. Then before that, for the fabric parts, I added wording. You can add stay, whatever you feel like adding. So I added wording to the main fabric. Then to the lining I added paper stay. Okay, you add paper stay to hold the lining parts, then wording to the main fabric. So for the back too, for the lining I added paper stay. Okay, then for the main fabric I added wording, a very soft one, not too harsh, not too. And make sure you, when you're adding your wording, you move far away from your joining allowance from the back. Then this, the neck region, you move far away from it. Then the armhole area. Then for the center front too, you have your paper stay to the lining. Okay, then for the cup parts, so this is how you're going to do your cup. Okay, so this is how you're going to join your cup. So this will be on the left side. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. This will be on your left side of your fabric. You label it, this is for the side, then this is the center front. So you join this way. So I have a sample of how I joined it. So I label it. So this will be at the side. So by the time you join it together, this will be on your left side of your breast. Okay, that is how it's going to look. Then you join it by 1/4 inch or ½ inch allowance, whichever you prefer. So this is how you're going to join. Okay, so you pick it this way. So this is how you're going to join. You pick it this way. Join it like this. Okay. Okay. So after joining, like you can see, it's even easier for you to join. But always use your pen to hold it down. Okay. Use your pen to hold it. Then you join it by ½ inch or 1/4 inch. So you're going to join it this way. You follow this pattern carefully. Then you join it to the cup. Then for the right side, this is how it's going to look like. So this one, we're going to do it this way. Okay, let me show that again. This is for the right side, so make sure it's facing each other this way. Okay, then you bring it down. This is for the side. Then the front part of your center front, you bring it this way. So you can see it's pretty easy. then you can chalk it or pencil it. We are going to join it this way all the way to the top. Okay, so that is how to fix it. It's pretty easy. Guys, I actually forgot to remind you, when you are cutting out your pattern, make sure you cut out the yoke part first before cutting your fabric. Okay, so I actually folded, I separated the whole thing so I could let you know. So when you are cutting it, make sure you cut out your zipper allowance first. Okay, you cut that out, you cut every other thing before you slash through your neckline. Okay, before you slash through your neckline. So this will represent the yoke. Okay, so you're going to cut it this way. Cut out the zipper, cut out your handhole, cut out everything. Then when you are, and make sure you had 2 inches, because you know it's stopping here. You know, once you cut it out, it's stopping here. So add 2 inches to the upper parts to get your scallop neckline, so your fabric and your yoke will not be on the same length or place. Okay, I don't know if you actually got that. Make sure once you're done cutting, add 2 inches. Like I added 2 inches from where my pattern stopped. I added 2 inches to get my scallop neckline, so it will be above this part. Okay, so once you do that, once you cut 2 pieces of this out, okay, for the left and for the right, then you can slash through the pattern, then cut out your neckline. Okay, so this is it after cutting out the neckline. So this is how it's going to look like once you have it. So you can see it's above the fabric inside. Okay, so this will represent the yoke and this will be your scallop. So do the same thing for the front. Add 2 inches. So before cutting the one that will be inside, before cutting the neck region, so take your fabric, your pattern, then cut out the back first. Okay, so you can see it's a little bit different here. You can see the back is a bit different from the one inside. So this is how it's going to look like once you're wearing it. So this will represent the inner parts, then this will represent the yoke parts. Okay, so this will be the scallop. So before cutting this part, cut it out exactly how it is on your pattern. Then after cutting the back, then you can go ahead and cut out the neck region before cutting inside. Okay, so that is how the back is. After joining the center front to the side, joining your cuff and everything. Okay, so what you're going to do is, this is the front parts. Okay, this is where we're going to concentrate on. So you make sure this part, then make sure you notch the middle parts of your center front, so it's going to stay on this side. So this is how it's going to be after joining your cuff and everything. So it's going to be like this. Okay, then join together. So this is how it's going to look like. Okay, then you're going to pick it from this side, take it down, then join it by half of an inch. All right, I hope you understand that part. I'm going to show you how I joined this. I'm going to show you on the machine right now how to join this. You're going to join this by half of an inch or quarter of an inch. So you're going to flip it to the side, join it together, but make sure this part is aligned. Okay, so that by the time you turn it, the triangular parts could make sense. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to join the cup. It's very easy. So you can see this is the side cup. Okay, so it's always better if you label it, you know, to make your work easier. This is the side, this is the center front. So make sure it's this way when you're joining. Center front is this way, then the side is this way. So once you join this together, so this will be on the right side, so it's easier to get it down to be on the right side. So now I've actually marked it out. I'm going to sew it, so you use your pin to hold it down. So after sewing, this is how it's going to look like. You can see your cup is coming out. So you cut off the thread. Then you open your seam. Use your iron to open your seam. So make sure you iron this. Then after ironing, you notch it, okay? You notch it so it can relax. So you notch so it can relax properly. So this will be on the left side, okay? So this is how to fix your cup. Then you can put your cup bra if you want to. Like I'm making a bust 35.5, so you can make your cup size 34, so it will hold your bust firmly. Because if you get a bigger size, it will look too big. So get a smaller cup so it will hold your breast firmly, to make it firm, okay? So that is how to do it. So do the same thing for the other side. Pick the side, make sure they are facing each other this way. They are pointing to each other. Then you join by ½ inch or ¼ inch. Then you open your seam. And do the same for the center, front and everything. Open your seam, iron it to make your work neat. Okay, so this is the joining part of the cup. So I'm going to show you how to join one side of it. So you use your pin to hold your fabric down. Then you measure your ½ inch or your ¼ of an inch. Okay? Then when you get to the under bust parts, you lift it up this way. Okay? You lift it up. Then I don't know if you can see it from the other side there. So once you've done that, remove all your pin, cut off the thread, then notch it round so your cup can relax, okay? Notch it round. So this is how it is after joining it, okay? This is how it's going to look like after joining. So I'm going to cut here so you can blend into it. So I'm going to notch it at the back. Okay guys, so this is the upper part of it, so you can see that already. So I just placed it on the mannequin. I used some safety pin to hold it down. So this is how it's going to look like. You can see it's coming out already. You can see the beauty. Guys, the video is not even doing justice to this. This is so lovely. So we are going to fix the main fabric to the yoke. So this upper part is the yoke. Then you're going to fix it to the yoke. Okay, so I'm going to go fix the skirts to it, and so we can see the finish. And remember I said I'm going to add bead to the down parts of the basque. And you're going to look more fitted on the mannequin or the body itself once I've added everything and joined my allowance. Okay guys, so this is the front of my fabric. Okay, this is the back, the skirts, the buttons, the hoop. So the first thing you do is join your yoke. Okay, your yoke, fix it, use your pin to secure it. So take it in properly, then fix it in between these two parts. Okay, so you can see it's secured. You fix it inside of that. Make sure it's well done. Then the next thing you do, you join your shoulder by ½ of an inch on both sides. Join your neck, notch it, notch your shoulder. Then you secure this down by ¼ of an inch on both sides. Then any excesses you have, trim it off on both sides. After you've done that, But before you do that, you can fix in your virgin bone if you want. This is optional. So if you want to fix this, you're going to fix it facing down like this, not like this. You do it this way. So you move far away from the upper parts. Then once you get to the lower parts here, move like 1 inch or ½ inch away, so as to not disturb your joining allowance. Then I fixed it on these 2 parts also. Then your armhole, you join these 2 together. Join it, stitch it, stitch it, and see how beautiful this is. Then these 2 parts, align it properly. Then you stitch it down so it becomes one. Then you cut out your armhole line. So cut out your armhole. So this is one already. Then for the back, this is your back. You do the same thing for your back. You secure your yoke inside in between the 2 parts. So join by 1/4 inch on both sides. Your neck ½ inch, notch it. Then you can add your bone if you want, but move away far from your joining allowance. Then after you've done that, you flip it to the side, to the other side. So this is how it's going to look like. So this is the other parts. Then you join your armhole, you stitch it down together so it becomes one. Then down part stitch by 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. So that is for the back. Then you're fixing your zip. But before you do your zip, join your back to it, back of your skirt. Remember your slits. Fixing your slits, you have to have a slip so you'll be able to roll properly. So after you join your skirt back to this part, then you fix your zipper. Then make sure you tuck this in. So it's going to look this way. You tuck this in. Then I decided to use this. This is totally optional. It's up to you if you decide you want to use it. Fine, okay? This is what I'm going to stop at. Then you can have this. So that's for the back. Then to the front, you can see how beautiful this feels, okay? You can see how nice this is. This is why I decided to use the same fabric for the front, the 2 pieces, because you're going to be seeing the inside of this. You can see how unique that is. Then for the skirt parts, let me show you a trick that I use. This is optional, depends on you if you want to use the same thing. You can see my sewing is not showing on this side, so this is the trick. This is your front, the right side. This is the wrong side. So that is how you're going to do that. Then you tuck it in by 1/4 inch. It's better to use 1/4 inch because you'll be taking your proper measurements at the out part, so you have enough. So once you do it like this, you sew it down. Then after sewing, this is what you have. Then you join your fronts together. So tuck this by 1/4 inch. Sew it down by 1/4 inch. So when you get to your skirts, you are going to be joining both by ½ inch. So you flip it this way. Make sure this one is secured. So you join it this way, ½ inch. So after joining, you're going to have it this way. Then take your actual measurements on this side. So this is the only part where your thread will be showing. So my measurements, I have my bust 35.5 divided by 2. You should have 17.75. So this is why I said you should take in 1/4 inch. So when you're taking your real measurement, you have enough space for all you need to do. Then take your underbust, take it. Then to get your waist, don't get confused. You know my underbust now is 13.5. So this is my 13.5. Then my waist is somewhere here. Usually 3 inches after your underbust most times. Then for your hip, take your pattern. look at where your hip measure length is, then take it, and that is all. Then remember my front has bead, so I'm going to attach bead to the front parts of my fabric, and that is all for this beautiful dress. So I'm going to place it on the mannequin and we can see. Okay guys, so this is my dress. I've done my front, my back, my zipper and my skirt. Yeah, fixed in my off shoulder sleeve. So I use my pin to hold down the ostrich. So I'm contemplating whether to use this or to use the ostrich feather. So what do you think, guys? Put it in the comment section so I'll know. Thank you. Bye.